Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining in to Breaking Barriers in Business. My name is Wendy Fore, and today we are going to be talking about the power of repurposing your blog. Joining us today is my wonderful co-host, Katrina, or otherwise known as The Chef Katrina. You can stalk her on social media just about everywhere as The Chef Katrina, and she's been beginning to be known as the blogging queen. So I'm going to give her that title. So, today, guys, we are going to be teaching you how to repurpose old material so you're not pulling your hair out with work all the time. So Katrina, introduce yourself and let's get started.
Hey, Wendy. So super excited to be on here for Repurpose. Is there feedback on my side?
No, you sound fine.
Okay. Could be just me. There, it went away. I'm super excited to be on here. Blogging has absolutely been one of my biggest passions, one of my biggest breakthroughs. One of the things that has honestly gotten me more business, more speaking engagements, more everything since I started blogging. And the reason I love blogging and the power of it is because it does build credibility. Wendy, you and I have talked about this many times, how if you meet people and they go, oh, can I have your site so I can learn some more? And you're like, I don't have one. There is some discount to your credibility, especially if you're going to be talking about your business, if you're going to be talking about your products, your services, your coaching, your training, your business, anything around that. Being able to say, well, go check out my website and see if there's anything that interests you, or check out this blog post or anything like that, is a huge win for everybody. It works.
Yeah, it's wonderful when you've got that blog post written, and I think I'm getting a little bit of feedback now. But when you've got that blog post written and you can just like grab that link and shoot it on over and it answers somebody's question and you don't have to, how time-saving is that?
Massively time-saving. Because, we have this tendency in this business, hopefully that works better, that I feel like I repeat myself every single day.
You feel like you want a voice recorder that you can just put a button. Have you seen those 10X buttons that Grant Cardone has started? I want one of those so I can just hit number 1, hit number 2, because honestly, I think you could go down a list of say 10 to 20 questions and somebody's going to ask you those 10 or 20 every day.
Yep.
I think in any business.
It's true. And I work in a community that is thousands, and I swear every day I answer the same questions over and over again. But it's so new to that person that's what I've got to remember. It's like I may be answering this for the gazillionth time.
Yep.
And it's brand new to them, right? They have no idea. They're asking a question because they're asking the question. So what I've discovered, and for me, and I know the same goes for you, is that either create the blog post or have a section on your site that's like frequently asked questions, right? So an FAQ board on your site so that you can direct people. It's like, that's a great question. You should probably go here to find the answer, right? Because that way you empower people to be creative. Those people that will actually search out the answer or will actually go and follow the link that you recommend are going to be people that you're going to want to work with. They're going to typically be people that are self-reliant, that are curious to search out the information. I think one of the biggest struggles I see in our industry, especially the network marketing and the internet industry, is that everybody wants to be spoon-fed the information instead of going to search it for yourself.
Exactly. And what happens is the upline leaders get overwhelmed and, because they're being bombarded with all these questions every day that are the same things over and over and over. And they're not, it's kind of in a way, the upline leader needs to put that thing in place where they can make themselves duplicatable to where they can send out that information to new people. But if they haven't done it yet, then they get overwhelmed, then everybody's mad at them because they don't have any time.
Yeah. So that kind of comes back to the whole purpose of repurposing, right? We talked about what's the purpose of repurposing. That's the purpose of repurposing your content. And the reason for that is, in all honesty, like I was reading an email the other day I got from another blogging friend of mine. And they were like, you know, if you've been blogging every day, I apologize. That's like an old school way of blogging. Like that before was just out to get rank. Now it's more about creating a really good blog post and socializing it, right?
Yeah.
So you don't have to create a blog post every day. You don't have to kill yourself trying to create content. What you can do is commit to, I think we said, 1 to 2 pieces of content a week. If you could do 1, maybe 2 blog posts a week, and then socialize it, right? Get it out there. And the reason we talk about repurposing, Wendy, is because you and I both know that the people that are coming to our site today have not seen the past 3 years of our blog.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
And you know, honestly, I don't want them to.
Yeah, but right now you're writing like good content, you're having good stuff out there. So, you know, a couple months ago even, if there are people are coming new to your site, if they're getting introduced to you for the first time, they have not seen what you wrote 30 days ago. So being able to repurpose your content, keep it up in front of your audience is probably one of the most powerful ways to do it. I've been doing this with my Pinterest course, like some of the posts that I've done about Pinterest. I just keep repurposing them, and I promise you, different people are seeing them at different times because not everybody has seen those posts, has seen that content, because they're just getting introduced to it. They're not all on social media at the same time, Wendy. Shocking, but
Yeah,
true.
really, right? But you know, one thing that I get asked a lot is, how do you come up with so many ideas? I just, you know, I don't want to have to think about so many ideas per week. And guys, you don't have to. Basically, you come up with your blog post idea, and you take that same idea and then you go talk about it on social media. So you've already done the work within the blog post, creating the content and what you're going to say, and then you just basically go regurgitate it on Snapchat, or you know, do a little thing on Instagram, do some Facebook posts about it with your link back to your blog, your call to action, and you know, Twitter the same way. Do a little post, same topic, link back to the blog, you know, and there you go. You're done.
Yeah,
you got
it. And so for content, you know, one of the things I like to do is I like to choose a topic for each month. So if I'm going to talk about recruiting, then pretty much every content piece this month, so maybe just 1 or 2, maybe I picked up a brand new course on recruiting with social media.
Yeah.
Right. And I was like, okay, so I'm going through this course. I'm getting some really big nuggets of information, and I want to share that out with people. So I create maybe a blog post a week going through this training course. It's got, you know, 4 or 5 sections to it. And I'm like, okay, cool. This is what I want to do. So, you know, I take that, I go through that training. I write a blog post about really kind of what stood out to me, some of the training, maybe why you should pick up this training also for yourself. And if it's a training that I can repurpose, or a training that I can share and maybe make a couple bucks off, right? Maybe it's an affiliate product. Then now I have a way to put down a link. I can educate somebody else. They can pick up this product also. They've already kind of got a sneak peek behind the scenes about what I'm talking about. And so for the whole month, I'm maybe doing 4 blog posts, and I'm just writing about one product that I just purchased, right? Because that was my training and development. So it's real simple sometimes to go through this. I've done this for books. Another great one, Wendy, is you and I know that as a network marketer in this industry, one of the things we crave is feeding the brain, right?
Exactly.
We've got leadership books out there. We've got books on, you know, Think and Grow Rich. We've got books on how to succeed in your first year of network marketing. We got the 4-Hour Work Week. We've got Tony Robbins, we've got Big Al, we've got, I can go on forever, right?
Yeah.
And you can do something really simple, is just, you know, books leaders read, and just do a review of one of the books you're going through. Because I promise you, there are a lot of people that go online looking for book reviews, right? Looking for feedback if it's a good one. And especially as you're building your authority, telling people that you're educating yourself, you're showing people that you're educating yourself and that you're reading these books and this is what you're getting out of them, positions you really well. right?
It's
Because
almost
it's a
like if you
friendship.
write a book yourself, you're not the
Yeah.
author, but you've read this book, you've got the knowledge, and you've done the reviews, so people kind of see you in high standing because, oh, well, she's kind of more of a literary leader too. She takes the time to make sure that she has training, and if she's got that kind of training, then she's going to tell me about it.
Yeah.
Yay, win-win.
Right. And the other cool thing too is that if you are reading any books, go to Amazon, become an affiliate of Amazon, do your book review, drop your Amazon link.
Exactly.
Especially around the holidays. This is a perfect time to be dropping Amazon links anywhere. Because, if you're an affiliate of their service, guess what? You now have an opportunity to make a couple bucks during the holiday season, as I know a lot of people are doing their shopping on Amazon.
Oh, I think a lot of people are shopping online these days because it's gotten to where people don't like to go out in town and deal with all the crowds and the lines and the rudeness, and they just rather stay home and click buttons.
We are around the holidays, so I know if anyone sees this later on, they're going to be like, what's going on? But I promise you, this was the quietest Black Friday I've ever seen in the US. In a lot of ways, I was driving by these shops late at night, coming back from a Thanksgiving dinner, and then these lots were empty. There was big, massive stores and almost nobody there for them. So I almost think that either Black Friday's been overdone, or the fact that they moved it to a Thursday night,
yeah,
to capitalize on it, really diminished the whole, feel behind this. It's almost like it's just another expectation instead of something that's a really special offer. It's like they're just throwing crap up to get crap sold.
Yeah, just like the whole week before Black Friday was pre-Black Friday sale.
Yeah.
So you just basically devaluated the whole thing. just like you can when you're not providing value to your customers.
Yeah. If you keep telling everybody that everything is on sale, and then you spend the whole week doing it, you discredit the whole event itself, right? And we're just talking about Black Friday. We're not talking about blogging. We should probably get back to blogging. But when you repurpose your blog, the idea is that you have an opportunity to take content you've created and reshare it. And I think one of the coolest tools I've seen to do this, or one of the coolest ways seen this done. I have a good friend of mine, Holly Homer, incredible blogger, has built well over a six-figure business just through the power of her blog. And one of her biggest secrets was repurposing her content with a different image. So
yes,
she would actually have the same blog post go out on social media with a different image each time. And the best performing image that went out then got boosted on social media to get more exposure, more traction. So it was really interesting to see that she's taking, and then 3 weeks later, the same blog post would get put out again with another different image to be tested again. So almost every 30 days, she was just repurposing her content. And in doing so, it's a great way to get your content out there, to repurpose it, to reshare it. I can't suggest it enough, really.
And if I'm not mistaken, when we talked about Holly before, you were saying that she did not change anything within her blog post. The only thing she changed was the image every time.
Yep. She just took the image, and if the image performed well, she'd add it to the blog post. So not necessarily was the image in the blog post, but if it performed well on social media, then she would actually add it to the blog post. Right?
Wow.
So it's a creative way to repurpose content, because the one thing that I know we get stuck on is how do you say the same thing over and over again? Especially if you've been doing this for years and you're in this particular niche, sometimes you feel like you're re-saying the same thing over and over again, which you are, okay? And be okay with that. There's 1,000 ways to approach the topic of recruiting, right? You can talk about the 10 or the top 3 lines to close people into your business, right? That's a recruiting one. You could do a recruit, how do you engage people on social media, right? That's another recruiting one. There's so many subtopics around the area of online recruiting that if you just sat down and actually brainstormed it, you would find that you can come up with a lot of different content, a lot of different ways to share your content, to get it out there. And when we talk about repurposing, Wendy, we also talk about sharing it on social media. So what are some of the top social media channels they should be repurposing their content on?
Well, definitely Facebook. You know, as much as we all hate to admit it, Facebook is king. Let's just go ahead and say it. And, you know, then of course you want to make sure you're putting your links out there on Twitter. People really do like the blog articles on Twitter, so I think that they, you know, get read pretty well from there. And then I would say, you know, you need to be doing like a little reduced size picture and putting it on your Instagram, and with a link back with a little 2 or 3 sentence recap on your Instagram. And then, you know, Snapchat, yeah. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll pull up the image that I've used for my blog, and I usually within that image have the title. So I'll take my camera, point it towards my computer, and just show that and say, hey guys, if you want to read my blog, and then I have the blog link in my Snapchat. You know, so, you know, that's one way to drive people back to your blog from Snapchat.
I'm going to throw in another 2. This was actually a nugget bomb I dropped last night. Google Plus. Everybody still uses Google. Really, nobody goes to Facebook and does a Facebook search for products or services. I still find, like, if I'm looking for a new car, I'm not going to Facebook to find a new car. I'm going to Google to find a new car, because I'm looking on a bigger basis, right? If I'm looking to buy a product or service, or I want to know more people outside of the industry, or who's the top leader in a network marketing company, I'm not doing it on Facebook, I'm going to Google. So, it would benefit you to have a Google Plus account. And the really crazy thing is that if you create a post, or when you create a post, and you use the keywords from your blog in that comment, you have a greater chance of actually showing up in the Google searches when people put that into the search bar, right? Exactly. So here's what happens. Wendy and I are friends on Google Plus, okay? I do a search for, you know, breaking barriers for business. So what happens is that not only do I get whatever videos or blog posts get up, but I also get Wendy's post that she's done on Google Plus, like her actual social media post. Those get indexed by Google. So it's not just the videos, it's not just your blog posts, it's also the social media posts that you put on Google Plus, which can actually get you ranked. I've had many people honestly message me and go, how are you ranked in the top 10 for this word? And honestly, it's nothing more than me creating a post with my blog content that's relevant. I'm using the keywords, I'm using descriptions, I'm using the same type of strategy I'm using for my blog and how I post onto Google Plus. And that gets me ranking, and that still gets me visibility years after a blog post has been created. So that's a huge nugget bomb for you guys, and I hope you guys got value with that one, because I think so many people overlook the Google element because it's just not something we play on a lot, but it's still searched, it's still relevant, people still go there to get information, and I typically find that people that have a business are the ones that are on Google, or the ones that are business oriented. So if you're looking for business oriented people in your life, not just the skimmers and the likers and the quick, you know, Snapchatters, nothing against them, but honestly, you'll find that Google Plus tends to be a much more business oriented site, and also there's a lot of spam. I will admit it. There's just as much spam there as there is anywhere else. Sometimes I have to go like this when I see stuff.
I know, you know, for me, I'm starting to build my Google community. It's not been something that I had focused on in the past, which, you know, I guess it's just because I've always found Google a little bit confusing as far as like how the flow of, you know, having you have your account, you have your business page, and then you have your Google Plus page. You know, it's like, but the more you work with it, the easier it becomes. This is true. But there are a lot of things out there now, like for instance, when we do this YouTube training, they have an automatic check. So as soon as this is over and we end, it automatically goes to Google. And I have been meaning to ask you, do you know of a plugin that would allow your blog to go straight to Google from your WordPress site? That's something that I'm going to be researching.
So there is some automation for that. So on Facebook, there is actually Better Networker on Facebook actually will automate. So as soon as you create your post, it'll pull the RSS feed and actually post it to your Facebook business page or your personal page, whichever one you choose. That's an automation. The other one I've used, and this is a paid service, it's called OnlyWire. OnlyWire will take your publications once you set up the RSS feed. So as soon as your blog goes live, it will send them out to all your social media sites. Those two I know are based on the RSS feed and will automate and send it out as soon as you hit the publish button on your blog.
Okay, so OnlyWire is a paid service.
It is a paid service, but I promise you, if you want to use it, it sends, I think, out to like, oh gosh, almost like 57 or different social media sites. Now, you're not going to use them all, but it's a great automation tool. It just allows you to, hit publish. You're going to have the plugin that's going to be on your site, and as soon as you hit publish, OnlyWire sends it out and puts it to all your social media sites without you ever having to do anything.
And what a time saver that is. And more eyeballs on your offers, guys. That's what we're talking about. Trying to reduce your workload, get more people seeing your stuff, automation, repurposing, anything you can to get people back to those blog posts, because things that you do today, 6 years from now, can still make you money as long as that link is still good. Now, Katrina, I know we've talked in the past about things to protect your links. Like I use Pretty Links, and I think you do too.
Yep.
And so if something happens and say one of your links is no longer good, they'll alert you with that.
Yeah. So I'm a big fan, especially if you're an affiliate marketer or if you've got a network marketing company. If you're promoting products or services, I really recommend that you get a plugin called Pretty Link Lite, is what it's called. Yep. If you guys go to wordpress.org, you'll see it there. Go ahead and install the plugin on your site. And what this allows you to do is it allows you to create URLs that look like they're coming straight from your site. So mine would be thechefkatrina.com / social media recruiter, right?
Yeah.
And so that would then go to my affiliate link, right? But it looks more professional if it's coming from my site with the URL being, for me, it just instills a little level of trust, right?
Exactly, because they know where it's coming from versus, they might not know who you're working for as a network marketing company, and their link is going to have that name in it plus your username, and it's going to, it looks kind of odd and long. And sometimes people will not buy from you because they are hesitating about the link.
Yeah. So Pretty Links is a great one, and we'll talk plugins. We've got some great training on plugins a little bit later. The last place I want to talk about repurposing content is actually another one of my favorite places. That is Pinterest.
Yes, definitely. I knew Pinterest was coming up because I'm going to tell you guys, Chef has started a Pinterest course. And if you haven't gotten into this, the link is going to be below this video. We have it below every video that we've done so far to get up with Chef Katrina. You have got to get this Pinterest course. This chick goes and decides, I'm going to figure out Pinterest. I've been on Pinterest. I didn't like it so much. I just kind of said, well, I've only got a million other things to do. I'm a solopreneur, so I'm going to leave that one alone. No, she decides she's going to go figure out Pinterest all on her own. And let's see, how much did you make in your first 2 months?
So in 2 months, I made a little over $9,200 in just a little under 60 days. I think I got 144 leads off the site, running it to an affiliate product. What was crazy about that is because of that success, I actually got the account for the company that I was running an affiliate product for. So they made me their traffic coach around that particular platform. So I am now running their traffic off of that platform, and it's actually really cool, I have to say, because I'm actually starting with zero from them. So they have zero presence, zero following, and it's building their site from scratch. And the process behind this, in terms of connecting with people, in terms of running promoted pins, has been an incredible experience over the last couple of months as I get them set up. So for the last 60 days, it's all been about the look, the feel, the direction, the brand, what I want to accomplish with them, what makes sense to add on, what's some fun things that we can create. And it's been a blast.
Well, talk about repurposing though. Now that Katrina has gotten into Pinterest, of course, we talk about it all the time now, and I've started my Pinterest. What I'm finding so unique about it is, you pin something, you put something out there and you pin it, and then all these people go and repin and repin and repin and repin, and they can come back for 100 years and repin your stuff. So, I mean, amazing repurposing there.
So can I share a little secret with you, or something that's quite interesting right now? I was running a promoted pin for a while, and I've stopped running it. And I get notifications every single day of people repinning and liking this pin. So long after the promotion is over with, long after I spent my ad dollars, this particular pin is still getting traction, is still getting likes, still generating me leads and income, and I have no marketing budget going towards this particular pin. So that to me is
one thing that I like about Pinterest that you've told me about, because on Facebook, you stop the ad. That's it, honey.
Nobody sees it.
Unless somebody comes to your site and happens to be scrolling, they're not seeing that anymore.
And we're meaning scrolling. Like, they would have to scroll for days.
But with Pinterest, it's just a whole new world of being able to repurpose information. Throw a little bit of money at it, and then you explode it. So
yeah. My ad budget was, I think, like $200. I think I was spending a little less than like $250, $300. So for a $300 investment on a pin, I made, just over 9,000, almost 10.
That is just amazing.
Like, it was like, it's worth it.
This is a newbie, a Pinterest newbie.
If I could screw up my site any more than I possibly could, I have, right? I would even say that right now, as if you go to my Pinterest site, it's not pretty. Actually, the Elite Marketing Pros is much prettier, way prettier than mine is. It's way more organized. If I had to start over, that's exactly what I would go for. But even though mine's all over the place, it's crazy what I have for boards in there. People are still buying, still engaging, still liking, still following. It's like, this thing works. So going into the next couple of months and going into 2017, I just know there's a lot of changes that have gone on in the Pinterest platform that have actually benefited the marketer. And here's the other crazy thing, guys. 80% of the people that are on Pinterest just repin pins. So as a blogger, they are desperate for your content.
Yeah.
Right? So if 80% of people that come onto Pinterest are repinning content, and they need new content to repin, I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's the platforms that appreciate the marketer and the contributions that we give them, that I will think when you spend your ad dollars, they'd make sure you're taken care of.
Yeah. Where Facebook hates you to put a link because it takes people off their site.
I wasn't going to say that. Right? I wasn't going to say
Facebook does. Facebook, you drop a URL and Facebook freaks out. They want to give you less visibility, right? Because they don't want you off their site. And the crazy thing about Pinterest is they're totally cool with you leaving their site because they know you're going to come back, right?
Yep.
And so they don't mind that you're sending people the products, because the whole point of Pinterest is that they're an e-commerce platform. They're all about helping you drive traffic to your site. They're all about helping you make money. They're all about helping you brand your business. Like, it's so different.
Yeah. Nice change.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like, embrace the person that wants to make money. That's so freaking awesome. I appreciate that.
Well, guys, We are at the little over our time today, so we always are. We love to talk. Anyway, I hope that you guys have gotten the idea and some nugget bombs today from us about repurposing your material, because you know, who wants to do the same work over and over and over, you know, only get one use out of it and feel like you didn't make any money off of it. Nobody wants to be there. So if you need to catch this replay, go back over, take some notes, and put it to work, guys. It really does work.
Can I
that material.
Can I make a nugget bomb for you guys?
Oh yeah.
So here's a nugget bomb for you guys. So end of the year is coming up, and one of the best blog posts you can do is your top 10 or top 5 blog posts from the year. Like, go through your blog posts and find like 5 that you really like, or 5 that got some incredible engagement, and then you actually create a blog post about your top 5.
Awesome.
Right?
Great nugget bomb.
Like, you can recap your whole year in those 5 blog posts that are of value, and you send that out in an email and you make that your social media. It's like you've made it easier for your fans to go through your content, digest it, click on links, buy stuff from you. Like, brilliant.
Yes, awesome. All right, guys, so if you would like to join us next week, we are here every single Tuesday, 12 p.m. Eastern, for Breaking Barriers in Business, and we talk about blogging every single week. So it's free training, guys. Get on it. Make sure that you're joining us. Subscribe to the channel, and also check out our links. That'll be in the description below. We have ways to contact us both. And like I said, make sure you stalk the Chef Katrina, because she loves to be stalked. And I do too. So
stalk us both.
Any questions after the show, be sure to just send me a message on Facebook. I'll be sure to get back up with you and answer any questions you may have. If we left you hanging on something, make sure you let us know. And if you have any questions that we could make a show out of, we love input. So shoot us on over a question. Anyway, guys, today is Breaking Barriers in Business, the power of repurposing your blog. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you later. Bye,
guys.